This is gross.
Hey, GDP Live is here. I lost my mouse. Good Lord, help me. Stanley's here. That's why I have the duster handy. And somebody else is here. Hold on.
It's me.
Oh, yeah. She forgot she had a microphone.
Yeah.
Also, I was doing a bit for the camera.
Yeah.
Dom's here.
I'm here.
My wife is here. Your favorite peep, favorite pounder. Where the fuck is it? Are we live or what?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh,
it says we're live.
It says live on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there we are.
Found it.
Now I'll go here so I can hear us. Hopefully, I can see me struggling with the headphones. There we go. Jesus Christ! All right. I'm on. It's on Facebook, right?
Yes.
And
it's
then
on Facebook.
It's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram.
And it's also on YouTube.
Zoom, or
YouTube.
ZoomTube.
ZoomTube. As well as any audio platform you get. This is GDP Live. It's Gross Domesticated Podcast. That's Dom. I'm Pat. How you doing, babe?
Good. My eye just started twitching.
That's good. Are you nervous? Are you scared? Are you
I'm so stressed out.
Why are you stressed out?
I'm not really.
Okay. Good.
I mean, just
no more than usual.
Right.
Okay, good. All right.
They're normal stresses.
I gotta do the last. I gotta do the last bit of sharing here. We were jamming out a little bit beforehand. Now I'm interacting as Pat George. So official. Share now, and then also, why not? Share it to my story.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that too.
Do
right?
it.
Because some peeps, they like the stories, and some peeps, they like other stuff. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, careful.
Okay. All right.
Careful.
There we go. I have trapped myself in a corner. Manny's here.
Hello.
How you feeling, Manny? You good? Can you taste things yet? Are you alive? How long into the quarantine are we? Queen Peeps here. John's here. Charles Cupcake's here. He's cupcaking the fuck up. CTFU. That's what that means.
Cupcaking the fuck up.
I never feel older than when I don't understand shorthand, like
acronyms.
Is that what are they even?
I mean, essentially
the little where the letters mean words, but not in the traditional sense, like words. They don't spell words,
right?
But each letter they mean a word. You see?
Correct.
What is that?
An acronym.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was this part of your leg.
No. Cracking the fuck up.
Crack. Well, all right. Whatever. I mean, crack the fuck up, cracking the fuck up, either one.
Right, but did you say cupcake the fuck up?
I know. I was joking.
Oh,
because he's my cupcake.
Okay.
He's
all
my
right.
buddy. That's Charles.
That's
Charles the fuck up is you like how I don't change any of the other words?
Right.
Charles the fucking Uber king. Does he Uber? He's on Uber a lot. You should Uber. Honestly, how funny would it be if we could get like
acronyms? Thank you, Manny.
If we could get a hidden, like a hidden camera show, we would blur their face.
Yeah.
Right. This is me pitching a show live right here on GDP Live. I don't know, but Charles as an Uber driver, but Charles as he is as an Uber driver.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I don't want to blow up a spot, but everything that he does before and while driving happens on the show, and they react, and we just get their reaction to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be we'll have to blur their face most likely because afterwards we'll be like, hey, this guy that was like for sure DUIing, maybe allegedly, because it's a show, it's a performance. Yeah. Do you want to say that you risked your life? Or actually, there'd probably be a lot of lawsuits in this, right?
Yes, there'd be lots.
Should we not do the show?
I don't think so.
Charles?
Or just let Charles do it. We're just not involved. I'd watch it.
Charles,
I just don't want to be involved.
I have nothing to do with it. But, if you did something like that, that'd be really funny. Accomplice, right?
Yeah.
Dank cab with Zan. There you go. See? Dank cab.
Yep.
Instead of cash cab.
Yeah.
You will not win.
And don't
any
go
money.
by Charles. Like that's a secret identity.
Yeah. Who?
Right?
Charles? Who? You mean Cupcake?
Yeah.
My buddy Cupcake. Oh, come on now. Hey,
Uh-oh.
guys, we just started the show. Why are you guys doing it?
Sneaky kitties.
We've had Kitty Harmony. Hey,
hold on. It might hold on.
No.
It might be okay. She just laid down instead
they're
of
lurking. He goes around and he fucks in the VIP restroom that we built for Chloe.
Well, it's VIP. Of course, he wants to be a part of it.
Right, but get the fuck out of here. He's gonna fuck with that chain and he's gonna fall down the steps and we're gonna have a dead cat.
Oh, is that why that's there?
We're gonna have the dead cat. Yeah, I had to block it off. I took it off the
He'll
wall.
only do it once.
I took
and cats have 9 lives.
Yeah, but
and his just started. So we got time.
We don't know how many we missed while we were gone.
That's true.
We were gone for a week. We don't know how many he used up while we were gone because he survived. So it could be anything.
Yeah.
No.
And look, that did nothing. He's still going to it.
God damn it.
And he got it. Yeah, I can hear the chain.
Hold on. Man, keep going. Pound off.
John said, I thought shake SMH was like sigh type sound. I didn't know it meant shaking my head. I dumb. I asked my sister. I called my younger sister and I was like, what is SMH? And she started dying laughing. She was like, shaking my head. And I was like, oh, okay.
I Googled
But
it.
I thought the same thing. I thought sigh. For some reason, I
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't know what this is.
Is that like almost like a half grunt, kind of like a like
yeah,
you get pushed in the stomach?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
I thought the same thing though.
I didn't know that TLDR meant until a month. What it'll meant until a month ago. Too long didn't read.
Listen, I've never even seen TLDR. I didn't even know that existed.
Danny, you're on a whole different
level,
buddy.
You're way ahead of us.
That's a situation where I don't even know where that. I guess that would be a comment section thing. That would be like, hey, didn't read this shit. What, come on.
Or like you shared it and you're like, I didn't read it all, but I read a little bit.
I mean, you can really you could do that. You can acronym.
Yeah. Acronym.
You could acronym any words, right? You can just be like,
you could.
My favorite personally is TCB. Take care of business. That's old school. It's not new. LOL, RLFLL, TCBY. That's that one. That's the ice cream. TCBY. What's the other one?
Yeah,
all the other ones we're talking about, they're not new. This is not a new thing because of text. Like TCB was, I don't know if that's the original, but that's Elvis Presley went by that motto. TCB, take care of business.
Oh.
Take care of business.
Didn't know that.
So that's a thing that it's not new, but the new ones are very, very confusing. Dank cab, Kush cab.
Yeah, like Kush cab.
Kush cab's better, but I think it's a K. Shoot the show for me. No. I just explain. I don't want to be an accomplice. Yeah. Crash cab. That's better. Maybe.
Oh, crash cab.
That might be more accurate. That's a good one, Manny.
Oh, that's funny.
So Charles is the man. He's absolutely the man.
Yep.
Absolutely not a psychopath, but he does know how to detect them. So look out. If you eat at Arby's, Charles definitely thinks you're a psychopath. Let's do a hot box cab with trivia and challenge. Yeah, crash cab.
Yeah.
Where you definitely crash because you're distracted by being super high, driving, and asking questions all at the same time.
And navigating.
And half the time you're doing it to no contestant because you don't realize you don't have anybody in the back. So I think that would be an excellent show. Let's script this one, though. Huh? Why don't we script that one? We don't have real people just reacting to a guy definitely.
Yeah, that's
DUI.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, Elvis rocked,
or just sign, not DNAs, but
right. Yeah, see, Elvis rocked a sweet TCB necklace with a lightning bolt on it. That's all you.
That is. God. We may need to find a replica of
Holy
that.
shit! I didn't realize. I forgot about the necklace thing. Yeah, dude, Elvis jewelry. I will wear. I'm not a jewelry guy. I actually just went back to wearing my regular wedding ring. I was scared for wearing it for the longest time because of all the hand washing we were doing. But now that I'm vaccinated, I'm not. I'm back on my regular hand washing.
No
routine.
hand washing.
No hand washing. So I can wear this again with fear because I've lost so much weight that it just slides right off. It just comes right off.
I'd rather you not wear it.
Well, I'll wear it on my middle finger, right?
That's fine.
That's more like Elvis, and it fits. For some reason, my middle finger is still real fat. I think I got an OJ thing going on. With like not by killing my wife. Let me clarify that.
Kill me.
Not a full OJ, just going partial OJ here. I love Broncos. Oh no, I do love Broncos.
He wants a
not a big
truck,
football guy
like
though.
the truck.
Yeah, I like golf too.
Oh, he did like golf.
He golfs to this day.
But you don't like Broncos like Denver Broncos. You like the car Broncos, right?
Oh yeah. No, he played for the Bills.
Right, but I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah. Not football.
Yeah,
not football Broncos.
Yeah.
Regular traditional.
A white one specifically is what he would like.
I don't need it to be that. It can be a nice forest green, but like right here at my knuckle, right here at my knuckle, it like bends.
Yep.
And I think I have like a
so the glove
wouldn't
the
glove would not fit right on my hands. But like this finger's super skinny. This one's like anorexic. This one,
Interesting.
this one here, this one obese here. This one has a back problem here.
Because he's
this
so
one-
obese.
And this one, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what my pinky's doing. Like, my pinkies are garbage.
Do you want a pinky ring?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As I would wear, essentially, that's where I was getting to. Was I would absolutely wear any jewelry as long as it's a direct replica of or worn by Elvis Aaron Presley.
Okay.
I would take that. Let's do.
Oh no,
okay.
Manny can't smell my weed
Oh no.
or his weed,
Well, yeah,
not my
his-
weed.
yeah. No, the car's parked. Okay, so the car would be parked. Yeah, we could do that.
Listen,
Oh, that's a
that
good
would be
idea.
great. That you pick them up, and then park the car, and then you don't move.
Yeah.
You go, okay, the only way we can move is if you
If you
answer
ask
these
these questions, and also if you drive, because I am
and then
fucked up.
after you're done with the questions, you're gonna drive.
John OJ's getaway car and gloves are not fitting. Yeah, that's essentially my
Yeah.
two strengths right now. I love
Yeah.
his getaway car and his main not alibi. What was that? Also, John says Pat loves stabbing, lying, getting away with things.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any. I mean, he blacked out. There was his friend was there.
What was it? The glove.
Yeah.
What was the?
If the glove doesn't fit,
You must have quit.
you have to acquit. No, that's what he said. He said, "Excuse me, everyone. If this glove doesn't fit my client, well, you just have to acquit my client." I think there would be more. I think a wordier one like that, but he liked the punchy one. I don't
Yeah.
think actually. I think that's a misnomer. I think that was not technically uttered by Johnny Cochran or like in the defense. Like it was either said after or I can't remember, but like that the
I don't
glove
know.
doesn't. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. I don't think he actually. I can't
No,
remember
he
what it
probably
was.
no. I don't think he said it like that. I think that was what everybody took from it after. They were like, "Oh,
Like you have to answer a question, and if you get it wrong, you have to take 3 hits and then eat KFC biscuit without taking a drink. Whoa,
Ooh,
dude,
that would
write that
be-
down for real. Seriously,
That would be hard.
this is a good game show we could totally do, and obviously, I may have to take a couple, fresh air breaks, in the middle of shooting. This is going to be hard to shoot in the sense of like, can we park somewhere? Can 3 guys just park somewhere for a couple hours and not be bothered by police or having the cops called on them?
No.
Well, we can figure it out. And then also, and then after the fact, then the regular legality of it. We could do it in New York City or New York. Right?
Yeah, it's
legal
legal.
now.
Recreational.
Ian says Pat's not a liar. I would agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
I have no real point. I don't really need to. Charles already raising stakes on this hypothetical game show. Yeah, I like it though. I like the fact that we take the lawsuits out of it, at least of the taking strangers in a part of it,
The legality.
of it. Also, the avoiding direct eye contact is pretty funny. I like the thought of that too, like a game show where they never look at each other. Like not in like a dating game thing where like they put up a barrier or something, but like literally like or in a rear view mirror. That's pretty funny.
You would be able to see in the rearview mirror.
Yeah. Or we have like a van and it's just like a captain chair where like Charles just turns around.
Yeah, a van would be a little bit weird.
Yeah, that would definitely draw attention.
I would be scared.
Especially if there's smoke coming out of it and rocking.
Smoke and people coming in and out. Yeah, no.
John also says, I think the quote was just Tim Meadows' SNL line on the OJ trial.
Yeah,
skit.
that makes sense.
Wait, what?
That's where if the glove don't fit, must acquit, like that,
it's true.
Saying.
Yeah. That was popularized not by the case. It was also something else. But yeah, let's do that. I'm all for that. What do you think? And will you get me a pinky ring? Either a pinky ring that says TCB or a necklace that says TCB. Should I start wearing necklaces? Is that where I should go? Should I be necklace guy? How far are we doing this accessory thing? You know what I mean? Because I'm embracing my natural curl. We both are right now, actually. I don't know what that means fully. Am I doing it?
You are, but
Okay.
how am I? I have zero curl.
I don't know. Well, it's natural. If you have no
straight.
natural curl, then you are embracing your natural
And my
curl.
hair is colored, so it's not natural. My hair
Alright.
is anything
Take
but
it
natural.
easy with we're live. I want Charles in a Chris Hansen type Catch a Predator type show.
Oh,
That would be pretty funny. Why the fuck? Yeah, just why the fuck he does not even like pussyfoot around. Why the fuck were you texting this underage girl? Why'd you say you want to go swimming with her naked, you weirdo? Like, just really, I think, and then for that, and then Charles forces them to take mushrooms, like in front of him, and then react on camera. Like, you gotta come to terms with this, and then you're gonna go to jail. Like, you're gonna go to jail knowing
to catch a psychopath.
fully. Yeah, to catch
And
a
that's-
psychopath.
and
That's a
that's
great
just-
name.
We just hold up in
Ian
an
Strong. Hell yeah.
Arby's
Yeah, we just do it at Arby's.
in the cafe.
He just sits in Arby's and waits for Arby's customers to come in.
No.
And then we test his theory. No, we go through the drive-thru. So we test his theories that anybody that eats at Arby's is a psychopath. He comes in and says, why don't you have a seat? And they go, what? And they sit down and you just go, what? Why'd you do it? And then just keep asking them, why'd you do it? Until they admit the terrible thing that they've done. And Charles goes, see, told you. Everybody's a psychopath. Basically just killing just killing. No. I don't think so. Pat, can you get a TCB face tattoo?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I guess not. Asked and answered.
Can
Not
they
even speculated.
Is this how they're seeing it too? Is just
What?
our faces in the comments?
Yeah. No. They don't see the comments. I don't think they raise up. You guys can see our faces, right? It's only when
Because it looks like all you can see is like the wood above us.
Well, I have to keep that up just in case anybody joins us. This way we are still in frame once they join it because half the screen is cut off. Don't question the fucking production.
Sorry.
Jesus. TCB every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in the Caddick, Dobby Robertson Memorial Caddick. Shout out to Dobby Robertson. What?
W. Robertson.
And you come in here to my kitty cat dojo? Hey, take it easy with that.
Yeah. Chloe agrees with me. She's like, let's knock it down.
She's going to take this whole motherfucker
She's
down.
like, let's just take it down.
Usually she likes to hang out there, but
Yeah, somebody's sitting
Chloe,
here.
what's up? Hey.
What's going on?
Ian says, I thought it was only people who ate roast beef. He would only move. Wait, what? I thought it was only people who eat the roast beef. He would only move in if they order the roast beef. Okay, so if they order a roast beef from Arby's,
Oh, okay.
that's when he would move in. Okay, so
Yes.
that's the code word, roast beef.
Roast
when
beef.
they say roast beef, man, that was hard
Yeah.
as fuck to read.
How much acid and shrooms does one have to take once in order to go insane?
Who was that one guy?
I don't know.
Not Ted. There was one guy, I know, the Unabomber, I think, right? Was somebody that they did the Harvard experiment. There was something. This is from years of like half listening to Joe Rogan while driving, like spacing out,
Yeah.
because they're 3.5 hour episodes for the most part,
Yeah.
and like years and years of driving the box truck
Yeah.
all over Florida and just listening, driving all over Florida, being educated by Joe Rogan is not necessarily something that I can pass on as fact, but I do believe that I think it was Ted Kaczynski was involved in LSD experiments. So if that gives you any, not Ted Kaczynski, the other guy.
I don't know. Who?
No, Timothy McVeigh is the guy that I was picturing. He wasn't. That was the supremacist guy that blew up Oklahoma City. Ted Kaczynski was the Unabomber, the guy who nailed the bombs, right?
Yep.
So that was, I believe, somebody who was LSD'd into having that fear of technology. So I don't know if he goes insane in the sense that he gets insanely violent. But again, if you read the manifesto, it's not all fucking crazy. And a lot of that shit happened. So I guess we have our next Photoshop. Pat is the fucking Unabomber because but when I watched, goddamn, Chloe is on.
Yeah, she's going crazy.
But I'm not a sympathizer, but I do oftentimes relate or appreciate the villains and or bad guys in a lot of the shows or documentaries we watch. Pablo Escobar, the Unabomber, again, just had some really good ideas. I did not like his methods. Okay. I don't agree with the violence or hurting people, but we are absolutely ruled by technology now. Look at us. We're surrounded by fucking everything that is connected to giving our geolocation, like we're broadcasting our faces and our voices out into the world. But like everything he's saying, I think about it almost every time I sit at a red light for way too long. That scene where he's talking about that, it was I think it was from the what show was that where they talked about. Remember the guy from
Yeah.
Philly that was like water, and they're like, oh, that's how you figured out the Unabomber because you say water weird
Yes.
or whatever because of like the pronunciation of
Mm-hmm.
and
You could figure out where like
yeah, there
where
was
somebody's at.
there was a scene where he's sitting at this red light and it's the middle of the night and like for like I think he's explaining that part where he's just saying like, and then that guy ended up going like, no, he's right, just don't kill people, and then he moves out to the woods. Remember that guy, the fucking detective that caught the Unabomber? He ended up moving out to a cabin in the middle of the woods and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
because I think it was probably
like, he's right, but you know,
right.
There's
people, like
dude.
that moral thing of like, well, he's got a point, and this crazy person has a point, but he just went about it the other one the wrong way.
The Timothy McVeigh thing was straight up domestic terrorism. Like, I mean, they both were domestic terrorists.
Yes.
But one of them was like, no, I'm doing this. But then he's like, I'm going to kill the CEO of Boeing. It's like, why? I thought you said, why didn't you go after like Steve Jobs or some shit? You're not, he wasn't like Nostradamus. He didn't know who apparently was going. It wasn't like Terminator and he knew like, oh, we got to kill Sarah Connor or John. You know what I mean? Like, or we got to save whatever it was. It was like, we got to go back and, you know, kill the guy from Boeing. Or I can't remember who it was. Obviously, this is GDP, and we don't always look at facts.
No.
So, okay.
Lots of pounding.
3 times a year. I'm a sociopath. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely. If you're not eating a roast beef, that means you're a psychopath. Beef and cheddar means you're a psychopath. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Charles on Shark Tank style show, Dank Tank.
Dank Tank.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he might just take everything. You know what I mean? Like, because everything's kind of, you can work an idea. I don't know if high or inebriated Shark Tank works as well, because then you have high or drunk people reasoning and or negotiating. You know, game show works a little bit better because it, you know, it moves a little bit faster. Man, I just burped a bunch. So most manifestos are accurate right up until they get to the let's kill everyone chapter. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it comes up to this point of like, I'm very passionate. Usually if somebody's very passionate about something, they're very versed in it or very educated on it. Like there's for the most part, unless there it is a delusion. So that's the part where like the LSD thing, did it break his brain or did it crack it open, man? Did it crack it open to where like now I see everything for what it is? But also quite a bit of insanity to say that means these people need to die. You know what I mean? I need to. Yeah. So like there is a level, there is a line, because there is a line. Yeah. A lot of geniuses and a lot of artists and stuff like that are exposed as fucking creeps or evil people. There's the alleged thing with Army Hammer coming apart right now, like the thing where like if any of that is like, if there's any reality in, not even the fact that he acted on any of those words, just the fact that he's like, that's his thing. I'm not here to kink shame, but damn, that's fucking weird as fuck. When it's like, I want to eat your heart, I want to crack your rib cage open and drink your blood and shit. Like, and again, and it's out of context. We don't see both sides of the story. We don't know fully, and it's really none of our business. But like, damn, that's fucking weird. So like, you know, other like artists and stuff like that you're kind of on the line. A lot of comics have like social disorders or like mental disorders.
Well, I think there is a level of like insanity to want to get in front of people and have all the attention on you. Like there's a certain thread, not that everyone's psychopaths.
Yeah, it's not just
but like there's something like a little off isn't the right word. I don't know, but it's a different breed.
Artist. Like that's why we invented the word artist. Yeah. It wasn't because this is a person who does art. It's the fact that like artist is a nice way of saying like how they used to refer to gay men as confirmed bachelors back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those things of like, oh, we don't have to say like he's a confirmed bachelor. That means he's forever. He always has a roommate.
Yeah.
He's got a roommate. He's got a friend, stuff like that, where it was avoiding the real issue of being like you being weirded out by that. He's obviously not weirded out by that. He's living with another man as a gay man, but like you're uncomfortable by it. So you created that word.
But they're the minority, so they feel like they have to. No, I mean, not anymore, but back then they were very much so, because it wasn't, they weren't open. So it was like, okay, well, we have to conform to society.
Right.
So I'll do this to make you more comfortable.
Like it was them saying like, don't worry, man, I'm not going to out you. Because if you, for some reason, I think of it was then if you said gay man, I don't think they ever said like gay man. He's a gay, like.
I don't know.
I don't know. Confirmed bachelor as far as I know. It's because technology that I know. That I know where Pat lives. He texted me his address, and I used GPS to drive to his house. Right.
Yep.
Drunk tank is people just yelling over each other, and over each other to listen to their ideas. I thought confirmed bachelor was someone who society decided will never get laid. No, I don't think that's it. That is incel. I hadn't heard of somebody saying,
or isn't that
confirmed bachelor means like bachelor doesn't mean that you're a virgin or that you're not getting fucked. Bachelor means that you're fucking everybody. But they're saying confirmed bachelor, like saying
you'll never get married.
You'll never get married because you would need to be married to a woman, and you are not attracted to women, so you are in fact a confirmed bachelor. You will never ever be unbachelorized.
And I think the society decided will never get laid. Isn't that asexual?
Yeah, I think that's
Wouldn't
somebody,
you label that as somebody as asexual?
That's how I knew it as. Like, was somebody that just was like, it's not gay, straight,
right?
Bi,
it's just
anything.
like
I don't care. I don't like anything.
I don't need it.
Right. I think there's some people. What's her face? Lisa Lampanelli. I think identifies or refers to herself as asexual.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she have a lot of sex?
No, she was married for quite a while, if I remember correctly.
I thought that was like her thing.
No, well, that was her thing. That's the thing, is her now. Her, like, she had, I think,
okay,
I can't remember what it was, how many years ago she was married and got divorced. And then now I heard her on like Jim and Sam or something like that saying that she's just not interested. She hasn't been in a relationship. She's fine. She's like, I haven't had sex in this many years. And it doesn't sound like one of those things of like, you're trying to convince everybody and yourself. It sounds like her being like, no, I'm fine.
I get that though, at like later on in life, like you've done it. Like you were married, you had like, and now that you got to a point that you're just like, meh, just, I don't need it. I don't need to be in a relationship. I get that. But like,
I've had my sex.
Right.
I'm
and
done.
You're just, and you can be done.
And if you have enough, I mean, I've gone over it a couple times on the show. If you have enough sex toy knowledge, or you lack enough, the amount of shame, public shame that it would take to go shopping for one or something like that. There's really, after that, like, that's the hard part. That's like the meeting somebody. If you're going to relate it to anything, if asexual people or incels or anything would relate that, that's like the meet cute. Like, that's when hey, I'll find this one, and you get it, you take it home, and then you never have to explain it to anyone ever again, unless they find it. So I think that is like, it is a good solution for some people. And again, another thing with geniuses, a lot of times they have issues maintaining or even like keeping or not what the fuck is it? Acquiring relationships, because a lot of times they can't connect.
Yeah.
Either it be they're on like just thinking of different things completely, they're completely distracted, or they just like lack that ability.
Right.
It's just literally just ability. So that's the thing, is that's why if some people are very smart or accomplished, sometimes there is a natural ability. Like there's something like realizing recently just like how different somebody like a John Jones or a Khabib is in like MMA to like other fighters. I'm starting to see the difference in that kind of thing of like, sometimes there's somebody that is just this much better than you already. And then they get training or they adapt or they do something else. And then you just see them like, it's like they can just choose when to be excellent. And that's the difference. That's the same deal as like a genius or something like that. is just somebody that's just, there is like a natural, some people are just naturally stronger than others. Some people are naturally smarter, faster, can comprehend more. Like, it's just weird. Like, there is development there too, but there's also, I think it's just everybody in John Jones' family is an athlete. So it's definitely genetic, but then he's just somebody who's better at fighting.
There's drive. There's
there's other motivators.
Right.
But there's just immediately. So there could have been another John Jones, but they weren't either properly motivated in that sense.
Right.
They may have been excellent fighters.
They didn't have the support.
That's what I'm realizing now.
Right.
I'm unlocking that ability. Now I'm becoming the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be John Jones one day.
That's why it's important with kids to get them into different things, to see what naturally comes easy to them, because that's what you want to lean into. And then because it'll they'll get better at that, and that's a confidence builder. Right. So you get them into sports, and then whatever they naturally are better at, like, you know, and obviously that's going to be more fun for them, whatever. And then, you know, then excellence comes of that, because they work hard and whatever, they're dedicated.
Like we realized with even Walter down in Florida with like cornhole or something like that. It's not necessarily like he has that ability of being coached.
We'll get him in a cornhole league.
Yeah, we should. Something. Well, no, just even
no,
realizing
it was more of like
the
ability of like, oh, he like was coached, he lit like that. It was he's a very malleable, which I think most kids are, but to see it happen where he like took direction, did exactly what you said, and then he was successful. That's
something
awesome.
that I don't think I necessarily have. It doesn't always just click like that. Whereas with him, it just clicks. Like if you say this, and this, he'll do that. That it's so cool that he has that ability to notice that even. So like that's stuff that I think if you realized.
Hello.
Heather. Hi, Heather. How you doing?
It sounded like you said Hitler.
Hi, Hitler.
Hi, Hitler.
I was getting ready to finish my sentence, but my hand already started. Like, nope, brain, gotcha. Come with me. Greet Heather. Hello. On that note, I'm going to use the restroom real quick because I did wait. Yeah, it happens, you know, but you can read the pounding here. And if anybody wants to join in, there's always that option. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Ian, I wasn't talking about a personal choice. I'm saying the members of society or whatever physical or mental reason will absolutely never have sex in their life because no one will have sex with them. Gotcha. Gotcha. But isn't that incel? I don't know about all that stuff. Pat teaching kids how to cornhole in Florida. That sounds horrible. It was my dad and Pat. Pat was helping as well. But it's just kind of funny. Like just that there's a bunch of adults in the backyard in Florida drinking, teaching kids how to play cornhole. Like it was a very Florida event. Very, very much so. Hello, Karen. Are you not in school today? And Heather said, yeah, it did. I don't remember. What were we talking about? Yeah, it did. It did. I'm not good at vamping. I'm not good at doing this by myself. Everything you added made it sound worse. It was a lot worse. You're right. That's what I do. I word vomit and make things a lot worse. I say more than I should, which is why it's not safe if I'm here by myself. I hear him coming. I can always hear him coming. What? I made it sound worse when you were coaching Walter.
What did I say?
Well, I just said like, yeah, it was very Florida. Everyone drinking, teaching children how to play cornhole outside in the backyard. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Socially distant. The kids had non-alcoholic beer. It was fine. What's the big deal?
Not bad.
Everything you added made it sound worse. Wiffle ball and kids awesome combo. Okay, yeah. That gets you on America's Funniest usually.
Yep.
My dad and him tag teamed cornhole kids. Yeah. So
that's that's right. Yeah. Because I said it was both of you. It was my dad and it was Pat.
Right. I held him down.
And then it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Oh, is that not good?
That sounds way worse.
I don't know how to make it better. I mean, once he got tired, we eventually let him, stop, but that not better still?
No.
Either way. It was fun cornholing the kid in my mom's backyard. Uh,
Grooming him.
grooming him for cornholing. No, that was when you notice that something like an ability, like, or just any ability, it doesn't matter. And
Careful.
driving. I just left work. Oh, be careful, Karen. Be careful.
I was like, oh, you don't have
They're
school
in the backyard,
today?
just cornholing kids in Florida. They took direction and they did everything I said.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
What is weird about that?
Nothing wrong with that.
Honestly, I don't understand. It was nice. It was hot. So we took our shirts off.
You just have to say Florida man, beer in the backyard.
Headline. No, it was a cool trip to catch up on some food that we missed.
Yeah, we caught up on a lot of food.
Yeah. I tried to name it on the last time, but I couldn't remember all of the places that we wanted to eat.
We did. Every staple we
Cafe
did.
Chibo. I forgot about Cafe Chibo.
That sauce you did the bread. Oh.
Yeah.
So
There's
good.
some places
we haven't done Cafe Chibo in a long time.
It has been a long time.
A long time.
So this is you weren't here for the last show, but there was definitely subject matter that I know you would have been interested in. I wanted to catch up. I don't know.
Yeah, Bojangles.
I heard that you're talking about Yeah, absolutely. Bojangles that's my jam for sure. I love that place.
Yeah.
But we were talking about on the last show, because we went to the hypnotist and we gave that a shot at Manny's request, that Manny should dress up like a drag queen.
Wait, what?
Why? He should participate in the drag show.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
It was John that brought up the fact that Manny would look beautiful in drag, and I think that would be fabulous. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Shoney's as much as a Florida staple, at least not to us. I don't think
We never went to Shoney's.
I've never really.
I think it is in Florida, but I don't even know if there's Shoney's.
And Ian totally supports Manny and drag, it looks like. So that's good. So that's two. John and Ian both fully support Manny and drag, as well as I do. And I don't know about you. Yeah. So that's 4 votes right there.
Let's do it.
I don't know about Heather, where Heather's at with it. She was a big, she got hypnotized by that same hypnotist. You know that?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
You didn't get to give your take completely on the hypnotist show. Do you? So I don't know. I don't remember the exact original conflict that we had. He does absolutely, he says, support it. So sorry. I must have read that. Did I read that wrong first? He does absolutely support Manny and drag.
Yeah.
He says it right here.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Make sure you pound off live or else you won't be able to read it, because it's happening right now. See it right here. I support Manny and drag. And then right here, I do support Manny and drag. I didn't know if I said it. I didn't first time. Either way. Manny has a great hair for drag. Yeah, I agree, Heather. That sounds like a 5th vote. So I think Manny's just outvoted at this point, but I don't remember what the original conflict was with Manny. I think I was saying I don't buy you've hypnotized them now. They say, he says, laugh and clap. First of all, I didn't love that as a performer either. Him just saying laugh and clap. Like, get us to do that, like do it. And that making them like, rap like a Asian person or whatever the other things were. So like, that was my point. I don't know how you went into it, but how do you feel now that you've gone to the hypnotism show and seen the hypnotist?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Heather was hypnotized. She says she has no idea. I don't know if she's just playing along or, you know what I mean? I believe her.
That guy was so funny.
What?
The
guy said he looked like Kevin Durant. The black guy, the tall skinny guy. Yeah.
Like, that was.
He got him.
He got him.
Dragon Force.
So it was wild.
Manny has.
I don't remember the show.
So John says Manny has the frame for drag. Slap on some huge boobs on him, and then you're all set. Yeah, I think even a fake butt too. Let's give him a fake butt.
We got to get him
give him
hourglaze.
Well,
hourglaze.
I'll glaze him in about an hour. Tell you what, if you get him just right.
The hourglass, like, we'll get some hips and thighs and butt. We'll put some boobs, get nice cleavage.
Yeah, Drag by Force, Dragon Force. I love the ideas for the show names. Fire. I threw the fire and the no. I don't. That's not a good one.
Drop the fire and the flames.
Yeah, I don't. That's not a good one. I think Dragon Force is good enough. Everyone has a frame for drag. Yeah, that's true. I've seen some ones on even like RuPaul's Drag Race where I'm like, what's the show here? Like I've seen people go deep into the competition just because they're funny and they just are a guy that dresses up in a dress.
Yeah, that's
like just that. Like
yeah.
I've seen ones that like go all out too, and then they can't perform.
Right.
So
and
like,
you have to be able to perform.
Right. And
like that's the biggest thing.
And RuPaul to judge that, not only being, I think, well, at least at the time, the most famous drag queen.
Yeah.
But now spawning more famous drag queens. That is a great bar to set. Like, because I think RuPaul is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love RuPaul.
Yeah.
I think RuPaul and dress in like, and also grew up with RuPaul and never, so it's never been a thing. That's one of the references that I use as like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter? You can be whatever you want. I thought that's what you were like telling us the whole time I was growing up, is that everybody's the same.
Not everybody heard that message.
Yeah, but now they're like pounding it in. They're saying, you didn't hear it. Like, no, I've been like RuPaul, literally RuPaul works.
Yeah.
I think RuPaul should have a kids show. I think RuPaul's Drag Race it's already censored. Like, not that RuPaul's Drag Race should be the kid show. I'm saying RuPaul should have a kid show.
Oh, yes.
Like, why wouldn't that be like, have a drag queen featured on Sesame Street? Because it's just like one of those things of like,
it's the epitome of like being who you are.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. And it has comedy. What do I say? Comedy makes everything always better.
Yeah.
So you have to be a good performer. It's almost the same element of like the same respect I have for Guar. You're already playing, you're already doing things I love, singing and dancing and all that stuff, and doing comedy and all that shit. Performing.
Right.
Like, it's big. It's always big. It's never like they don't always. I don't like. I'm not into the niche things, like the weirdos and shit like that. But I still support it. It doesn't. But traditional, regular ass drag shows are fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
Always. Because they're funny. I used to go to the bar, Grand Central, and there was. I fucking wish I could
That's
remember.
where I saw my first drag show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, did we know each other?
No.
At that bar?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because you just said that.
Yeah, we didn't know each other. I went to one with work people.
At that bar?
Yeah.
At Grand Central?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or it was the same place.
Oh.
Maybe it wasn't called Grand Central when I went.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? RuPaul is amazing. She was just in New York years ago. Oh, in New York years ago at Club XS.
Ian, I'm out again.
We missed something. Everyone has the frame for drag corset. What?
A corset that gives you.
Oh,
that
yeah.
hourglass.
But we want some.
Yeah, we'll add some stuff. Some
Manny's
padding.
here to see my support. That was a Dragon Force song title pun. Yeah, I got it, but it's not. Yeah,
I don't know Dragon Force.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just the first one you had to. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ian got it.
Yeah, Ian got it.
He said good pun.
Yeah, good pun. RuPaul is amazing, and then Ian, I'm out again. I don't know what that means. That? I guess he means he's leaving, or he's back in with the drag show, or
yeah, I don't know.
Did you see AJ and the Queen with RuPaul on Netflix? Have you seen that?
No.
Wow, surprising you missed some RuPaul content.
Yeah.
You're all about
That's unlikely.
Yeah, you're always on Netflix, and you're always all about RuPaul.
Yeah, why isn't that on my?
How this slipped through the cracks? I was talking about
Netflix doesn't know me.
What's the one that I always say can get it? Shangela? Was that the one on the We Here?
Yeah.
Or We're Here or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Shangela?
Yeah. Shangela.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's your favorite?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as let's say hottest drag queen, because I was saying like who would make a good drag queen, who would make a hot lady or whatever.
Gotcha.
Essentially is what we were talking about originally with Manny, is that he would look hot in drag. He would make a hot lady. But what then that kind of formed into was just talking about drag queens. But I'm saying as far as hottest drag queen, in my opinion, RuPaul is definitely one of them still.
Yeah.
And also Shangela. And that's so funny too. It was so weird to me. And like, it was so easily processed in my mind to say like, I'm not attracted to men, but how that man has dressed up as a woman is very attractive to me. Like RuPaul, the lady, the dress RuPaul, is hot.
Yeah.
And I acknowledge that, but I also say like hot to, like, in the sense of I'm looking through a magazine. Oh, she's hot. She's hot. Like if RuPaul was in there, I go, yeah, that's a hot lady. Like you got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other ones, but I also love the big ones, like with the big fat ones that have like big hair and shit like that. But if they're just a big fat lady that had just had, or a big fat guy that has tits that dresses up in a dress and then just does like stand up, like I need more. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference between, and that's why I think drag queen is one of the most unique lanes as far as performing. It's very respectful.
Yeah.
As far as like that's how it was. Originally, that's how the subject came up of Drag Race, was because I said he was joking about we were joking about how even like men are just that much better at being women. Like I love Drag Race because it's the last fully male dominated show on TV.
Yeah.
There's like only 2 women on it. Maybe.
One. Really Michelle. That's
and
it.
Then usually they have a guest.
Yeah, but that's not always even a female.
Right. They have the one, and then even 2 of the panelists a lot of times are that guy Ross, the chubbier guy, and
the other guy from Queer Eye,
the original one of the Orig 6.
I can't think of their names.
Fat 5. I said 6. It's 5.
It's 5. It's definitely 5.
So no, we will watch that. Absolutely, Heather.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My daughters love drag queens, Drag Race. Absolutely. We should,
That's
you know
so
what?
good.
If there's any, we should start a support group. Where
I think a lot of it would probably go over kids'
book
head too. Like a lot of the innuendos.
Yeah, but also there's sometimes where it's just like, they're just like mean and gross. Like they do like the weird, awkward guy, like conflict guy things where there's like, well, maybe I'll just lay you out, and like, or something like that. Like the kind of thing where it just gets a little, not like that. I'm trying to think of a good Drag Race version of that. They make fun of their makeup, or they make fun of something, or they make fun of like, they make a weird sexual innuendo.
But I think a lot of times what happens is they have the drama, and not every time, sometimes it carries on because somebody gets voted off, but they always have like a follow-up, like, well, I act this way because of these different things that happen. So then what that does is it teaches people like, yeah, somebody may be mean, but they're being mean because somebody else is mean to them.
That's a good point.
Like,
yeah,
it always comes back like, well, I do this because of whatever, like not even necessarily like trauma, but something. So it's a good experience to be like, oh, not everybody, because somebody's being mean, it's usually because something's happened to them and they're projecting.
Obviously, we've all faced some sort of trauma or something, because that's why we're performers. That's why we're out here.
Right. And that's what it's like, that you're not all psychopaths, but there is a through line.
It's a spectrum
to why people go into a specific lane of something.
And that's the beauty of like an open micer, essentially comparing themselves to like a Richard Pryor or George Carlin, because they're like, we both perform stand-up comedy. We have some same understandings. Like, it's kind of, there's some truth to that. It's just a spectrum. Like there's this tier, and then there's this tier.
Right.
But that's one of the notes I said too that I loved about the show, was the fact that there's never too much conflict.
Yeah,
it's always
there's just enough cattiness.
Like there's conflict,
you need drama,
and then they resolve it. Like they always, like, there's never, and that's a good point to say that.
And
too.
RuPaul will be the first to like point it out.
Right.
Like he's the one that's like, so I saw this, or you said this, and he calls him out, and then it's just kind of like,
Talking about putting Manny in drag makes him leave. Pat, would you swipe right on RuPaul? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I think I think RuPaul, the guy, when he's in suits and stuff, is a fucking cool motherfucker.
Yeah.
So like that's my point, is like it's how you think of you. That's what I was
It's
taught.
the confidence that makes it so attractive.
Right.
And
That's what people tell
being
you. That's what people tell you the whole time. So this is why I always say show, don't tell. If you show and you don't tell, then you're gonna understand like, oh fuck, there is truth to that. It's like when somebody says, if you try this, you try this, you try this, this might happen. And then that does happen. So rarely does somebody suggest something and you actually do it. So hearing this my whole life, I'm like, yeah, that's the mindset. We should just be who we are.
Mhm.
I wasn't actually living it. I've only just now started to embrace my natural curl. So like the fact that I don't even know truly who I am still
Yeah.
means that I wasn't doing the work that I was being told I should do, because society doesn't actually buy that shit, except for when somebody fully does it. It's so fucking crazy. Unless it's like improv. It is the fucking worst or it's the fucking best. That's it.
Yeah.
There is no in between. I've never seen improv that I was like, this is pretty good. Never. It's either fucking, I can't fucking watch it. I can't even imagine. I'm cringing watching you do this.
Yeah.
And then there's, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't imagine it. Like it's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's those two extremes. And I you don't have that. Like, but when RuPaul is exactly who RuPaul is, no matter if they're wearing a dress, a suit, shorts, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing, is that's what they've been saying their whole life. And it sucks because I think RuPaul's the only one that's been saying it and doing it their whole entire life.
Yeah.
Who else is like that? You know what I mean? I don't necessarily, I celebrate it when somebody does finally do it, but a lot of times I don't think you're the best because you just now started doing it. RuPaul is officially the best because I've only ever known RuPaul to be exactly who RuPaul is all of RuPaul's life.
Mm-hmm.
And not adapting or changing, but growing and becoming like it's like the fact that it's weird that I didn't realize how much I admired RuPaul or how much RuPaul has been a part of my life, but I like watching the show. I've never said I didn't like the show.
Yeah.
I always like the show. It's I may not, I think I understand it more, the drag like culture and shit like that, more than I thought.
Yeah.
And how similar it is, because you're just more performers. You're just another lane of performers, but how different it is than just being a weirdo in a dress. Like they're all weirdos in dresses, but they're all weirdos in dresses being weirdos in dresses.
Yeah.
Like it's Star Wars confidence. It's that shit of like, this is reality, motherfucker. I'm Diana Ross.
Yeah.
And she's Diana Ross too. Like it's fucking cool. Like it also has the parallel universe type, like multi-timeline like alley to it, you know, where we're all fucking shares. That's cool.
Yeah.
And you just go see a bunch of people and you just jam out to Cher songs.
Lots
and they
of Britney
dance.
Spears too.
I don't care about the Britney. I think I might have to come around to Britney, bitch, because as of right now, I'm like, that's too soon. She hasn't even OD'd yet.
Neither has Cher. Cher's alive.
But it's not too soon for Cher. There's multiple eras of Cher. There's only a couple eras of Britney so far.
There's a lot of eras.
We need some more eras of Britney. We need. Is anybody shaved head Britney? That seems like a perfect lane for drag queens. So easy.
I like the
Hey Nick.
The thing now.
What about kilts? Well, yeah. We discussed kilts on the last one. I said I dressed up as a bearded lady one year for Halloween.
And you loved it.
I loved it. Dresses are amazing.
It.
If I had but I don't, and for as confidently as I feel about like dresses, I feel like 10 times less confident about fucking kilts. I'd feel like a dickhead in a
that's a little different, because that's
how does that make sense?
That's like, I feel like culture, like it feels like you're what is it, not procreating, fuck, what is it when you take on somebody else's culture?
Appropriation.
Yeah, cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
that's what, like, that's uncomfortable, because that feels like it's something very specific to a specific people.
Yeah.
So when you do it, like, that's where that feels a little bit more awkward. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd be more self-conscious of that. But if you're dressing up as a woman,
yeah, I dressed as J. Edgar Hoover in the dress one year. Very freeing. Yeah, I remember that. Actually, wasn't it just a skirt though? I think that's the thing, is a skirt. It's very strange to me. I would feel more comfortable wearing a full dress
instead of a skirt,
instead of just a skirt. Isn't that weird? Is that weird?
I don't know.
Maybe because I don't have to. I would have to. So now I have the anxiety of I'm going to go out and as a cross-dresser, but now I'm going to go out as a cross-dresser and I have to match and I have to fucking accessorize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just give me a gown and I'll not even a gown, a sundress, a nice sundress. Yeah.
That makes sense of like the whole thing. That makes a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah. Pat Conroy at the Church of Satire, he rocks a kilt. And
is he Irish or Scottish?
Yeah, he's one of them. He just discovered it. I remember him telling me, and he has lost so much weight that he ended up having to buy a new kilt. And I was just like,
I used to work with a guy that wore kilts, but he wore solid black ones.
Yeah.
Which I guess because it had to be in dress code.
Yeah.
Because he wore it at work, but it was just, and he had like a pouch and everything.
Yeah. Of course. Who are you, Fat Mike? No, I'm not. I don't understand. I don't know if it's maybe it's just the fact that like it's more of a comfortable thing kind of thing. Like it would be one of those, like it's hard to explain. Like I want a manly dress. I want like a dress, like a not a manly dress. Like it doesn't have to be like, I don't have to get a Bass Pro.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be made by Dick. It's not like work pants, but
utility kilt.
Yeah, utility kilt. But again, not a kilt. I want a dress. Okay, I want guys, listen.
You don't want it. Yeah, I don't think you feel confident. You don't have the confidence to put on an ensemble.
Yeah, I don't want an ensemble. I want to wear a nice, sensible dress with pockets because you fucking weirdos don't put pockets in your clothes.
Well, no, that's the biggest thing. Like
I'm tired.
Girls with
it's got pockets.
Yeah. Why do you think people freak out when you're like, oh my god, this skirt or dress has pockets? Like, yeah.
Every single time I hear a woman criticize a man's intelligence or anything like that, I think about how excited I've seen them get at pockets, and I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it, but I understand like you guys just put pockets in your fucking clothes.
A lot of clothes are designed by men, and they just think that women just carry purses.
Well, you know,
and I mean, we do, but it's nice to.
I've also seen how excited you get when you see purses. It's so funny. It's like one of those things of like, it is one of the simplest and easiest double standards I've ever seen in my life. Is one sex or race or something criticizing another and not realizing you guys do this like every single time. It's so fucking easy because guys go like, oh, women are stupid, talk about dresses all the time. I get really weird and emotional at jiu-jitsu class every once in a while. It's like one of those things of like, things hit us differently, guys. We get it, okay?
Yeah, us too.
But guys, if we can just
or who? Like girls? You're saying guys?
Listen,
y'all.
I'm addressing everyone. All of you.
Okay.
Peeps, come here. Come on, everybody. Come on. All right. I want something that's essentially a kilt.
Okay.
But I want a kilt that's a dress. So like a full plaid dress that's also a sundress with pockets.
Got it.
Also a breast pocket.
You're asking a lot.
Yeah. Does any? All right, break. Okay.
Okay, I gotta pee.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Is that what you're doing when I was gone?
Yeah.
Nobody's been. They're preaching. She said, "Preach, Dom."
Yeah.
I don't know what about, but
about men designing women's clothes.
Okay. Well, you know what? Fucking not from Project Runway. I've seen it. Yeah. I don't understand that either. I don't like. If there's like a matter of loving pockets, why not can't you just buy why don't you just buy men's? I don't understand why buying men's clothes is so different. Like you have the luxury to do it. Pat's a needy woman. Yeah, I am a very needy woman apparently. Just asking for everything now. Well, look, okay. Pockets are important. Men don't hold the fucking monopoly on pockets. Apparently, a lot of men make clothes and women buy clothes. So do men. But men's clothes, guys, again, come in here while Dom's not here. Most of men's clothing has pockets on it. And it's not illegal for you to buy it and alter it. So, you know, it's been there the whole time. It's right over in that section. The sign, there's no, like, it's not like an electric fence. You can go into different sections. Sometimes I've said it so many times. Every time I'm looking at sizes of shirts or anything like that, I've always seen like small, medium, large, extra large, and then various X's amongst going on and on. But I've recently noticed a lot more in the men's section, and maybe I'm just noticing it because I'm shopping closer to the smaller sizes, not the smallest, obviously, but the fact that there's a extra small, and every time I look at it, I go, who the fuck is extra small in men's? So an extra small in men's might be like a children's extra large or something like that. But like, why is it bad for you to wear a children's extra large? Like, what does the tag mean, if anything? Why do they put ladies' buttons on the left or the right? You ever notice that?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
What is the meaning?
Same thing with the zipper.
There might be just weird. Is the zipper on the right too?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have a zipper on.
I was just gonna look at her crotch. It's not like a.
It can be. It's
fence.
not all the. It's not all the time, but I've noticed there have been times where I've gotten pants that it was the opposite.
Yeah. Look. Okay. So I'm not saying that like you have to sew your own clothes. I'm not saying even stuff like that. I'm saying get them altered. But like, there's no. I was saying while you were gone that there's no electric fence around the men's section, and men's clothes. Almost all of them exclusively have pockets. Most of them are mostly pockets.
Well, right, but this is the problem. No, this is the problem. So women are curvier. So you can't.
I thought we were the same, guys.
No.
Oh.
So
now we're different.
So if I were to buy a men's, I'm not small by any means, but if that
extra small, men's extra small.
If I were to go there and get a shirt that would technically fit me, if it was like a graphic one, it would rip because my boobs, like for men, it's generally they're gonna have it flat, but for a woman's shirt, it would like that's why there's a women's jersey and a man's jersey.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, because yes, you have to have room up front, and then it gathers. What about
men with titties?
You're not supposed to have titties,
right? So why not? Who's titty shaming?
But
now?
Generally, women wear bras, men don't. So even if you do like have titties, they're gonna lay flat. Where a woman is gonna put them up.
She's never noticed the button thing. What the hell?
Yeah, but how many people really wear button-up shirts nowadays?
Me? Like it's like 50% of my shirts.
Right, but not women generally, unless it's like a professional.
Not my problem, ladies. Hey, get some buttons on your shirt and some pockets in your clothes, weirdos. Honestly, that's the thing. I think it's the accessories.
So what's European? Like, it's not men's and for the buttons.
Is that the thing?
That very well could be.
The pockets and the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Room for boobage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nick's saying, he says, where is your headbands? I don't understand that.
He's got.
Yeah, I got one right here. Also, he says, is it to make it easier for guys to undress ladies?
Oh, yeah, because that is the reverse. Definitely, if a male designed it, for sure, that is.
Have you ever tried to button a shirt on someone else? Damn, that's hard as fuck.
No,
unbuttoning is just. Have you ever seen them where they just go like this, or they do one? I don't know how they do it. I just assume every time they're just ripping all the buttons off.
Oh, I think most of the time.
Is that? But then you just do this and then that. That works the same way either way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know where button downs, they always gap because of the boobage.
Right. Like when, yeah.
Even on women's button ups, that's what doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Well,
why aren't you giving them the boobage?
They dart it. They dart it here so that way it gives. They're called darts that you put like.
I've been hearing all this shit about men and women, like, oh, don't call me a man, don't call me a woman. Like, what the fuck is all this? Darts? You got darts in your armpits?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
For button-up shirts.
That's crazy.
They're like little, it almost makes it rounder. So that way it doesn't bulge.
Doing a whole lot of like So there's
Because
this.
this is the main thing
I
that
gotta
makes us different with shirts is the boobs.
This is
from women to men for the most part.
I'm
I
doing a
know it's
social
not all
experiment.
cases, but
I'm doing it. Try it on a child. Difficult. What?
buttoning up.
Oh yeah.
That's why most children's clothes don't have buttons because that
It's
would
all
be
Velcro.
a pain in the ass. Yes, or snaps.
Yeah.
That you can just be like, come here, quick.
Dom knows what I'm talking about. Darts are pleats for
Yes.
shirts.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Okay, I get it now. But
Because
still,
it gives room so that you can.
and you still get the boob gappage, boobage.
If you have really big boobs, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I guess if you're a man with titties, a lot of times your titties, you still got like one of those the belly do, where the belly sticks out more than the titties do.
Right, exactly.
So you have that. So you're still gonna get stretched out.
Well, like I
here,
said, like
and it'll
women
stay
for the
flat.
most part wear bras to keep their boobs up, so it's all kind of bunched up like a ball. You have two balls. Where men, it's gonna you're not gonna wear a bra for the most part. It's gonna lay flat. So you don't necessarily need like
a lot of times that's where I wear an undershirt is to smooth out my tits.
Right.
So you don't see the difference between the titty and the belly.
Right.
Even though it's not too much of a difference. And some of it is muscle, but obviously the parts that show aren't muscle. Those are the titty parts. And I don't want the flabby titty parts. I want the other parts to show. So it's got to be so an undershirt does help to smooth it out. So there's a lot of similarities here, guys. We're not that different.
No, but there are some differences, and that's why you have the differences in sizes and like youth and
how much
adult.
does it cost? This is the one and only thing I'm looking up on this show.
Okay.
Is how much does it cost? What were they called again? Darts?
Mm-hmm. John says pleats and darts sound like a coffee shop acoustic band. Yeah.
Pleats and darts sounds like a fucking British like slang or something like that. What is all pleats and darts there over there? What? How much is it? How much to add darts to a shirt? If Google doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna call bullshit. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Simply adding darts will not make a shirt slimmer. It will keep the misdirection width at the same
midsection width. Misdirection.
You read it then.
Oh my god, that was so funny. The misdirection. Simply adding darts will not make the shirt slimmer. It will keep the midsection width the same. Midsection width the same when measured flat. The 1.5 inch taken from the back is automatically added to the front panel of the shirt.
So yeah.
So it takes like a little bit from back here to give. So yeah. What do you mean? How much
money? Come on, let's talk dollars.
How much to add? How much? Say that.
I did.
You said how much to add darts to a shirt.
Like I'm asking a businessman. Excuse me, sir. How much to add?
How much would it cost to add? How much would it cost?
There.
But you know, okay.
To add darts to a shirt. Look. How to.
Right.
I'm looking for business here.
Then go to like a dry cleaner. Look up a local dry cleaner.
Taper menswear. God damn. Okay, so now I see the problem, guys.
What's the problem?
You can't just buy a shirt and add darts to it, apparently. It's impossible.
You can. You can go to a tailor.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas is nowhere to be found anywhere on the internet right now. I just looked it up. I just tried to do it twice. You saw 2 flawless Googles. No, and by the way, hold on. By the way,
flawless.
No, did you mean? So I nailed it. So I redeemed myself from the misdirection part earlier.
No, it was so bad that they didn't. They couldn't put a. Did you mean?
Yeah,
because they have no idea what you mean. They're like, just here you go.
Pat read it right. This sounds all like women using misdirection to me. Yeah.
The lines lead your eyes to follow an hourglass shape.
I think she meant the lines.
It's us catfishing you on our waistline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all
when
It's all misdirection. It's all misdirection with ladies.
that reminds me our wedding night, we we left the venue and went to a dive bar and we finished out the night there. Then we left. I drove home, which I should not have been driving. Well, neither one of us, and he drove for a living. So I was like, it's better if I get a DUI so you don't lose your job. So I decided to drive home in my wedding dress. So I have to pick up the whole thing. So I'm like up to here with tulle. I had to like bat it down to drive. We go through Checkers, which there's not really Checkers here, but it's a drive through. And my eyelash was coming off because I had fake eyelashes on. So it was in my eye. So I just took that off, but then the other one was really stuck on there. So I took it and I started to fall. And Pat like looks over at me. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I thought she was ripping her eyelashes off. I was
like, "Oh, I got you now. Now this is what I really look like."
Her eyelids off. It looked like she was, because her eyelid went out to like it was like this way, and it was like out to here because she was just like I couldn't like look. That's how far it normally goes. That looks, you probably barely even see it on camera.
Yeah, you can't.
But it was hers. I swear to God, she was out here. And like when you pulled it, it was like out to here. So it looked like a bat wing that you were pulling off the front of your face. You look like you were turning into a vampire. That's what you look like. You were turning it back into a bat, and you were gonna fly back to your lair, and I was trapped forever as the bride of fucking Lady Dracula.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying to me because you also had big fake nails on too, because you were like, like this.
I was all done up.
It was all silhouette, and it all looked like a nightmare. It was all a living night terror.
Our wedding night was a living nightmare.
Yeah. Just afterwards, when we were in the Checkers drive-thru in Florida, it all came crashing back. It all came crashing back.
And I ordered garlic chicken wings from Checkers, a fast food place.
Nothing but Baconators and chicken wings.
Yep. Then we went home, sat on the bed. I was in my wedding dress. You were still in your tux or suit, whatever.
Yeah, at least
most of it.
Whatever I could remember. I lose anytime I rent a tux, I lose part of it. Like most of it.
Yeah.
At some point, we find some of it and usually have to return most of it with some, or at the last minute. That was a fun one. Oh yeah, my shoes are actually in the van. Whew, thank God. Couldn't find them.
So
yeah. So yeah, we're eating wings in the bed. Yeah. You were in your dress.
In my wedding dress.
Yeah. And then we fucked afterwards.
Yeah.
Got it done. Won a bet that night.
Yeah.
Somebody thought for sure it'd be too messed up to fuck that night. It was Mike.
Yep.
Mike thought it. But guess what, Mike? I was still able to disappoint my now wife.
I wasn't disappointed at all.
I was terrified of you as the bride of Dracula.
I remember you having a difficult time getting me out of the dress.
Yeah.
And then I think you just said, fuck it. You're keeping the dress on.
And then I just fucked the dress. In the closet now, right?
Yeah, it's in the closet.
That dress is trashed.
It is so trashed.
Yeah. I wonder if it's still comfortable. Was it comfortable at the time?
Yeah. I was comfortable.
You said that pretty high up.
I mean, it's a big heavy dress, but I think for the considering I wore it for a long, long time, but that was also like I spent,
John, I did
$800 on a dress that I was going to wear once. So I wore the fuck out of it.
Who are you asking? These weren't, hey, John, let me tell you, he's asking, did I incorporate the Checkers garlic wings into fugging?
Yeah, they're right there.
Hey, John, let me just put it this way. They weren't boneless wings. Gave her lots of dressing.
Lots of ranch.
Yeah, that's right. Because we ranch with our wings. Because we're not. Actually, you know what? I want to take this up with you. We're on the show. I'm putting you on the hot seat. Hot seat Pat's here. Boom. You sometimes order your wings with buffalo with blue cheese.
Yeah.
What's up? I thought I had some solidarity here.
You do, but sometimes that like tangy.
We get a lot of shit. Us ranch people with wings, we get a lot of shit. and you I feel like if we're in a group, we order wings. I just want to know this. Let me just say this, because sometimes you have been ordering blue cheese with your wings.
Yeah.
It's concerned me. I've wanted to bring it up for a while. And
oh no, we're gonna get divorced now.
No. This is what I just want you to know, that if we're in a group, let's say I well, I don't know why it started with me. So let's say you and I
Mhm.
and Heather and John and John's wife and John's baby and Heather's significant others and children and anything, and like we're all in a big group, right?
Uh-huh.
Like let's say everybody, like there's people there that we know, and then there's people there that we don't know, and there's babies there that we want to impress. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. We're ordering. We'll get some wings for the table, right?
Yeah.
And they say, all right, so blue cheese, okay? And everybody else says, okay. I want to know that you have my back when I say, could I get a couple sides of ranch?
Yeah, I have your back always.
Will you order ranch too?
Sure.
She shrugged. She shrugged. You shrugged.
No, listen.
You just shrugged.
You
do not have my back.
I always have your back. It is delicious.
You care what
but
fucking
no,
John's fucking baby thinks?
No, I don't.
do.
I do not care. But here's the
John?
thing. Sometimes I'm in the mood for that extra like tangy blue cheese in combination with the buffalo, like traditional hot wing buffalo sauce. Like that combo is delicious.
Would you sacrifice that for solidarity with your husband? Because I need it.
No,
I need that.
I would order.
They seem like the mocking type. She's team blue cheese, Heather. It seems. It sounds like you guys ended up on this hot seat on your wedding night in the fuck session. Yeah, that's probably, honestly it was. I don't think
no, it was definitely ranch.
Yeah,
like if it's garlic parmesan, which is what I got. Like it's specific to I like blue cheese with traditional buffalo. Yeah.
Right.
And it depends on the ranch. Like if I don't like buttermilk ranch with buffalo sauce.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I just not my favorite. I like a specific ranch. I'm just a little picky. That's all. Yeah,
this is now I do want to preface. I should have prefaced this. I apologize by saying Dominique also doesn't like cake and doesn't like chocolate. But what do you love?
Chocolate cake.
Weird. It's weird. And that's why I say like stuff like that.
It's more of the texture because it's usually it's not right. Because
you've made a fool of me before in public where I go, they say, oh, do you want some chocolate? I go, oh no, she doesn't like cake. She doesn't like, and she goes, no, she doesn't like chocolate or cake. I would say definitely don't give her any cake. And then you're going to go, what are you talking about? I love chocolate cake. And I'd go, it would explode my brain right on the spot. I want you to know that. So
yeah,
the same thing. I thought this whole time we've been cruising through life, ripping our eyelashes off and eating ranch. There's a lot of things that I don't.
Taste buds
what
change.
else don't I know about you? Do they?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I used to hate mushrooms and onions when I was a kid. I love them now.
We eat them almost every day.
Yeah.
Not mushrooms necessarily.
No.
Should.
Yeah, mushrooms are delicious.
Less likely to end up like the Unabomber. So that's a good point, Dom. Depends on the seasoning. I would do ranch with garlic wings too.
Yeah. Teriyaki. I really like ranch, which ranch and teriyaki don't necessarily go together, but I do like dipping teriyaki ranch or teriyaki chicken wings into ranch, as well as the soy garlic.
Ooh.
I don't need ranch. I can just eat those.
I agree with John.
Plain.
Well, not necessarily,
but it's really good. I could dip that in ranch. I wouldn't dip that in blue cheese. Like blue cheese, very specific, like I said, and I have to be in the mood for it. It's like a craving. I'm like, you know what? That sounds good right now.
Okay.
So it's not an all the time thing.
So you're not changing completely,
but
to where I don't want you to go to the other side. And because if that was established, that was one thing. But like, I feel like tastes do change. I used to hate Pat. Now I love Pat. That's what John says. That's good. And I think that's a lot of things. I don't look good on paper to a lot of people. A lot of times if you explain me to people, or if you were to say like, oh yeah, I know this guy, he's got a beard and glasses and he's really opinionated. You're not necessarily that, but it's a very specific lane of things I'm very opinionated about. You know what I mean?
Like ranch or blue cheese.
I'm very passionate about very few things, and none of them are important. I don't care about the important things, right? I don't care about social issues or changing the world. I just want to make it consistent with us and food, because I learned that I knew more about Talon's eating habits in the 7 years, I realized that I like if it was that kind of confident. Remember, I shared that with you back in Florida.
Mhm.
That I feel more confident knowing where Talon wants to eat than you sometimes,
Yes.
because I want to make sure. But that's the thing, is I want to please you in all aspects.
You do.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's always, you always high five when you're talking about sex.
Yep. Because
So-
it's great teamwork. We do great work.
That's right.
Great work together.
We do great work. We always smash, and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So the cake bar in Hanover has the best cake. Sure, I'm sure that Hanover.
Okay, so here's the
nailed
thing.
cake.
I'm not a fan of icing.
Nobody can do better than Hanover.
I'm not a fan of icing. I'm not a fan of like dry yellow cake. It's just like, blech. But, and I'm just not a huge fan of just eating chocolate. Like I don't mind chocolate things, but I'm not going to eat a chocolate bar. Like that doesn't sound good to me. Like
Yeah.
you love dark chocolate. You could just eat a Hershey's plain dark chocolate bar. Like no. But chocolate cake, much like red velvet, which red velvet is chocolate cake, it's very moist. And chocolate frosting. I think frosting goes on chocolate cake more so than it does on yellow cake. Yellow cake or whatever is icing. I don't like icing. It's too grainy.
Did we talk about this before? What the fuck the difference is?
Yes, I think we have.
And there is none?
Correct.
Okay.
But anyways,
what's an acronym for frosting? Just
yeah.
So I'd eat teriyaki wings plain. Okay.
Yeah, which you could definitely eat teriyaki wings plain, but I do love ranch. So sometimes you just want ranch and you need something to shovel the ranch in your mouth.
So it was so John says, nah, you told me my beard was trash early on when I first met you, and I thought you were a serious dickhead. Then I finally realized my attempt at a beard was in fact trash. Yeah, I mean it was just a delayed meet cute. That's all it was. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't remember saying that. Did I say it to your face?
I would have to say that you were saying that in a very joking manner.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you saying that seriously.
And I have to imagine that this might have been a scenario where it was a group where maybe people were making fun, and maybe I felt comfortable jumping in.
Yeah.
And making
and John didn't know you, and he's like, who is this guy?
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know. I don't remember that scenario at all, which I don't mean as an insult. I don't mean like, oh, it's totally, but I don't remember being like, and
being serious about that.
No matter how rude I've been in my life, I don't think I've ever been referred to as a serious dickhead, but definitely a dickhead. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
She does cake. She does cake soaks, and her frosting is buttercream.
Yes, buttercream. Oh, that's where it's at.
Next time you come to the church /Hanover. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on an IG message where I could not read context. Oh, okay. Then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That might have been a thing where a lot of times I may like I do that too. Like I react, like I use that to like socialize or like to like reach out or something like a lot of times like that's why where not knowing what the ROFLL and the shake my head and all that other shit means, like that comes in, because also the emojis, I explained that. I've gone over that with John a couple of times, like where I sent him like the chaka bruh, and he thought it meant call me. I was like, he's like, why is he giving me the like call me thing? And like that's the thing of like, oh, that's weird. But that's just how he read it. So
right.
I might say like, oh, blah, 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 clap hand. Like I'm applauding your beard.
Yep.
And it may be a thing of like, he said a disparaging thing. Maybe I added to it and couldn't read context. So I do understand that kind of shit. It was 100% me. I think all you said was, you call that a beard? Psh, that's trash.
Yeah. That's very Pat.
And honestly, it was one of those things that like, if you're reading it, that's crazy. That's interesting. It's funny because if you don't have a good first impression, a lot of times with me, it's not necessarily the end of the world, but it will be how I think of you. Like my first impression of you will be my reality of you. So like, if, like
that's why first impressions are so important.
But
And
like,
it sucks
but
for
to a
me.
weird extent though. Like if I was like, this was the first conversation I ever saw you having,
Uh-huh.
I would think that you always talk about cake. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
weird.
the kind of
Yeah,
reality. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't always. That's why I had to start trying to give people second and third chances, because like one of those things of
Right.
like, Pat, your perspective may not always be correct the
Yes.
first time,
Yes.
but what's my track record?
I wouldn't.
When I profile
say
somebody.
I would say more of like the
After a
profiling, or if
conversation.
you're just like, yes, after. It's not that you like. I don't know.
It's not like I look at them or I hear them talking or what.
But even still, you'll still give them another chance. You're just kind of like,
But now
I
it's
don't
like the
know.
reality of this guy's a dickhead that only talks about cake all the time. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was reading this or watching me for the first time would say, this guy's a serious dickhead that trashes people's beards online and loves cake and doesn't understand his wife. So that definitely sounds like Pat, a beard challenge. Yeah. Everything's either, if it's something that I'm either like, it may be a joke usually, but
Yeah.
it's a thing that if I don't know you and I'm joking with you about it, it's probably something that I feel confident in, that if this goes south, I can still also trash you if I need to.
Yeah.
But I don't mean it in a serious way.
Yeah.
You know how when people say there's some meaning behind it, there's something that like there's some motive behind it. Either I want to be your friend. You say it all the time. People know where they stand with me. Usually.
Yes. Yes.
And if that was the case, if I said your beard was trash, maybe I think it's not as good as it could be, but you shouldn't be showing it off. And it may be in a sense that like, oh yeah, like I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Like we're friends. But I honestly don't remember that. And if I did truly offend, I do not apologize. I'd love to know what you thought of me the first time we met. I was super quiet. I'm really shy when I don't know people. Honestly, I don't know. It was probably at the Church of Satire.
Yeah.
And it was, I just thought you were a nice person that came to comedy shows. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the thing is like, it's not ever, I feel like it a lot of times can read like, being condescending or being self-centered or whatever, but it's I think it's either a mix of sometimes just being viciously high and just being like socially awkward all the time, which that the first one usually can help the second one, but sometimes counteracts where it would be helping. It's almost like when people take Ritalin and they don't need it. And it works as speed. Like it's kind of like sometimes we're like, oh no, I'm actually just really, it heightened the self-conscious side, not the other side.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You know, like, so I think a lot of times that could be it.
That's me too. I'm a very anxious person. So I don't know. It's just like weird settings that I'm not very outgoing. And I think some people will take that as.
I also feel bad about names too, a lot of times. So like I may have met her a couple times and been like, oh yeah, that lady out there, like, you know what I mean? Like, probably said your name. I have to do it. That's why I think another reason I uncovered why I hate hosting so much is having to remember things. Like people needing me to say certain things.
Right.
If it was just like, hey, everybody, give it up for the next comic, and they just have it on fucking here, so I can go blah blah blah. Like, I could do a teleprompter, but like remembering it. Even if it's like, just go up and only announce that person. Yeah. It will be like, hey, everybody, give a warm welcome to. Like, I have to fucking just read it. Yeah. It's so weird.
I think because of my job, I try to, like, I'll associate things. So, like, if I'm like, I've seen this person 3 times. I really want to make sure that I know their name. I try to associate it with something. Yeah. So that I can remember when they come in. I'll be like, oh, they remind me of this person and their name's Patrick.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So now I'm going to remember. So, but it's me consciously making an effort to remember
that. And a lot of times even on here, like sometimes with like screen names, you know, like I'll go like, I think I did that with Greg one time. I have met him as Greg. I knew who he was. The guy with the ponytail that we went to his house to do comedy. Remember?
Yes.
With a little bitty
Yep.
ponytail. He like I know him as Greg. I met him as Greg, and then I think he friended me, and his Facebook thing, like I mean, like mine's the same way on Instagram at Baby Mermaid Production. But also it has Pat George, my name or whatever. I was saying something about him. I think the last show, or maybe the one right before, and I said Greg Nolan, I think his name was, because I was talking about the show we did on top of a mountain.
Yep.
And I was like, I honestly don't know if I feel like I've read that somewhere, but again, like it's not because I'm like,
Right.
you don't know but I used to do the same thing. So that's a weird thing. I don't know where the disconnect is. I'm comfortable not remembering people's names and them not being offended. I do get in my head about it sometimes, but I'm a lot better at it because I've gotten better at when people don't remember meeting me or remember my name. I go like, that was how many fucking years ago? How many people have they met since then?
Yeah.
Especially if they're also doing stand-up still. And how many people do I fucking look like? How many people oh, you look like this person, you look like that person, or at least during that whole time, for most of that period. So, like, let's say you met me 3 years ago. Why the fuck would you remember who I was?
Yeah.
Unless we had an incredible interaction, My go-to is buddy. Yeah, buddy, pal, hey, dude, hey, man. Jiu-jitsu is another thing, too, of like, hey, it's good to see you. Like, I was about to say, nice to meet you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I was about to say, and it's not because, oh, you don't mean anything. It's just,
right.
I don't have the fucking bandwidth for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the mental band. Are you okay? What's going on? Is your brain not getting enough oxygen?
No.
That's what it means when you yawn, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Your brain's not getting enough oxygen. You and Greg Billett look like you could be bros right now. Do we? I don't think that's the truth at all.
Glasses and curly hair.
He doesn't even have curly hair.
He doesn't? Well, it's kind of, I think it's longer up top.
He's like the one that looks like Dana Carvey, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know who he is.
Yeah, Greg Billett. Great guy, funny guy. I just don't think I look like him. But, hey, maybe. My brother is actually over here on Facebook. He's over on this side. And I don't even really necessarily look a lot like him. And, could be maybe he was adopted. Maybe I was adopted.
Yeah, I think you were adopted.
Maybe, what do they say? Maybe the mailman came over for a visit.
Milkman.
Yeah, either way. Mailman.
I think both. I think it's either way.
UPS guy. Who knows? But I also got promoted to blue belt recently. Speaking of jiu-jitsu.
It's so exciting.
Corona hair and a bandana. Really? I didn't know. Okay, cool. This isn't necessarily COVID hair. I don't know if you heard. This is my natural curl in which I am embracing. So this isn't an accident. This isn't COVID hair. This is my wife gave me a lovely haircut that is now styled into flawless curls that are 100% natural.
Yeah.
And maybe
I need to trim it up a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Just a little.
Because it looks like COVID hair?
No.
Corona hair?
No, I don't think so.
Or is that just because I look like I'm drinking a beer on the beach?
Yeah, like Corona.
But got promoted to blue belt. Maybe the haircut had something to do with it.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, he's got. He's
finally embracing his natural curl. Let's give him that blue belt.
Yep.
It'll bring
you retired the white one right behind us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is. It's clean. Don't worry. I don't know if that's where it'll live forever, but that's where it is for now. I'm excited. A big issue with blue belt a lot of times when you get promoted to blue belt is that's where a lot of people drop off.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people quit. I don't know when that feeling starts to come in, but I feel like rejuvenated. It's almost like a reset with me.
Yeah, because
I'm excited to get more stripes.
Right. It's like it's a milestone. So you can just keep going.
Those are easier to earn. Like like getting a new belt is one thing, but it was something that I bitched about more, like to myself.
I think the reason why I think you get to the blue belt faster than you get to the purple belt. I think the blue belt is for a long time. I think you're there for like years.
Well,
because then it's purple, then it's brown, then it's black, right? That's it.
Yeah.
With jiu-jitsu.
Purple, brown, black, and then coral if you get eventually to that point. But that's
right. But like you would be a black belt for 15, 20 years before you would, I don't know if it's that long, but
yeah.
But I think that I think you stay in the blue belt for a long period of time.
It sounds like a part of the country, the blue belt.
Yeah.
Like it's almost a Bible belt, but it's just a blue states.
No. Because you were starting to get antsy towards the end of the white belt.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, what? Like, I feel like I've gotten there.
But because I was told I was, like,
Right.
that was the thing, was like by the regular standards of that. But I think it's different, and I had not experienced that yet. But it's supposed to be different than just a stripe. A stripe is basically anybody that's instructing you can kind of give that to you if they think you've earned it.
Yeah.
So it's not like a thing where, but with the belt, there's supposed to be a whole ceremony. And there was, we were away in Florida, but there was like a whole ceremony, and you do it with like your teammates, and then like you get high fives and you say like thank you, and then like
it's a big deal. It's an accomplishment.
It is.
You worked really hard for that.
So it is such a big deal that like it was. I guess I didn't understand the exact order of it.
Yeah.
Of like, because I saw other people just getting a promotion because they, oh, I'm not going to be here for a ceremony, or I got to go away for school or do whatever, or I'm, whatever it may be, or maybe has earned it way ahead of time. Even still.
Yeah.
They did a couple of promotions during the lockdown just in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I would have fucking loved, like, I think even Muskin got his blue belt, I think early on into the pandemic, like when we first came back.
When you first came back.
And nobody was allowed to go to the ceremony. So I was like, I don't even get to go see my buddy get his blue belt.
Yep.
Like, not do I, like, because me and him are not at the same level. He is better than me.
Well, he did it. He used to practice.
He has more experience with it, as well as more knowledge of it.
Yeah.
Totally. But then that happened. Then I go like, okay, well, when's mine? And it's like, oh, if somebody would have just said like, Pat, you'll get your blue belt at the next ceremony, I wouldn't have thought about it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have been like, is it going to happen today? Because also, like, if I don't know where I would be, I wasn't sure. I just really kind of got concerned because I'm like, if I don't get promoted at this ceremony and I have to wait for the next ceremony, I might quit jujitsu just out of principle, just to say, I can't do this. I can't continue.
And that's what happens to blue belters.
As a sneaky white belt. But
that's that feeling that you just have to kind of muscle through that and like just keep going. And when you get discouraged,
but it is embarrassing in the sense that as a hobby,
right,
it is something, but I don't approach a lot of things as hobbies.
No,
I approach things as like, this is a job. This is a responsibility for me. And if I'm not succeeding at it, I'm letting people down, whether it be myself or other people. In this case, I have a teacher. I have a whole school. I have a whole class that I'm rolling with. And if I see them all get promoted above me, it kind of comes down to that self-worth scenario that we're talking about a lot of times with jobs of this. How many of my replacements can I train before I stand up for myself and go like, all right, like mentally, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
Even though I love doing this thing,
right?
I apparently am not good enough at it.
Yeah.
And as far as like, hey, wouldn't you just do it anyway? I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
If I couldn't progress or compete in jiu-jitsu, I don't know if I would do it.
Yeah.
If it was just technique.
But I think that's most people.
I think I like the fighting part of it. I like the output. That's what I like. So that's all I was focusing on was less technique, more finishes, less technique.
Right.
And I think once I focused on that is when, or maybe it was just, okay, well, you know what? We own a black belt, or not a black belt, a blue belt. We own a black belt.
No, I think you earned it. It wasn't about being owed.
I was a brown belt in. You want to try that? Why would you not put it phonetically?
It's in Ryu karate.
It's in Ryu.
It's in Ryu.
Is that anything in any relation to Cobra Kai? So he was a brown belt in karate when I was 13, one away from the junior black. Pat, I'm assuming he's saying, I will give you a black belt in golf next time I see you. I appreciate that. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it, John. Ishinryu, thank you very much. You got to make me sound smart. But that's a thing of like, it's not ultimately, I know I don't have to do it, but I really love doing it and I want to be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the kind of thing of that's the issue that I go out with. Not, and it doesn't even necessarily translate to anything else. It's not like I got to do this so I can be better at jujitsu. I got to do this. It's just the fact that when I'm at jujitsu, I want to be really good at it. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of progressing to even the next level of, you know, start thinking about it, obsessing about it more. Do you think that's good? No? Who knows? But I don't like, now that I get that aspect of it, of like earning stripes is what I'm focused on now. Every part of jujitsu that I'm in is focusing on the next goal. So I'm not thinking.
That's why it's important to have goals so you can, they're, you know, like benchmarks, you know,
and that's
I got to this, and then you can look back and say, when you get discouraged, because you reached this level, so now you're good. So now the next thing, it's going to be uncomfortable because you're going to continue to learn.
Yeah.
And then you have to, when you get discouraged, you have to look back and say, oh, well, I did this. I got to this point. I just got to keep going.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, that was the thing. Black belt in golf is the lowest belt. Everyone owns a black belt. White belt is the third belt. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, because everybody either has a brown. I have a brown braided belt right now. Does that count? I think that's the elite level of golf.
No, brown, that's elite. Okay.
Yeah. It's always cool when another man tells you that your effort is worth it, and with a colored belt, we should do that with all aspects of life. I agree. Yeah. Congratulations on reaching $1,000 in your savings account. Here's a yellow belt. Yeah. Well, it's essentially, that's kind of the thing too, is like, if you put, so my issue was
recognition is a great motivator.
That's what I mean. Like and when you say you will be recognized after this many classes, like they used to have a number of classes and they would say, this is when your recognition comes. And then I'm at like 17 over that number. I'm like, either I'm failing or I'm not getting the recognition. And you creating it, like if they never said after this many classes you get recognition, I wouldn't be looking for it. If I don't see it every time so maybe that's part of a test that you need to
it's that
over.
Mindset that
but then also when you get to a point where you're like, okay, the next step is blue belt, and then you've reached this much time, even with the consideration of the lockdown and all this other stuff, I'm still going like, all right, well, the next step is this. I can't go further until I reach this next step, and I can only get this through this. Like if I go to this ceremony and then you realize, oh yeah, well, the ceremony's done, you missed it, you know, so here you go. Like literally that's all I needed was, here's your belt. You didn't have to do it in front of people.
Right.
I don't even necessarily need that part. I just, if the belt is the next step, I need that belt.
Yeah.
Give me that belt right there.
Yeah.
It keeps
you going.
You don't need to show. And when people go, oh, I didn't know you had a blue belt. Okay. Yeah. I got it yesterday. I bought it. If you told me, if Jeff just said, Pat, you're cool to get a belt, I don't even need a gift of a belt. Just that I have now being recognized as that. Because it's a weird clicky thing that I don't like or subscribe to, but just mentally I know is there, of like, there's this weird like hierarchy in jiu-jitsu where they go like, oh, you're white belt, I won't, you're just this, you're blah blah blah. And it's like, man, like, I don't know, I had 4 stripes. Like I'm literally just a calendar date away from having that color belt too. You know what I mean? Like if we're talking about semantics, that's why a lot of times I really do like no gi, and I really do like classes that don't take it too seriously, because that whole thing is nice. It's cool to get an applause. Hey, you did it. You did a good job. That always feels good. I'm never going to deny that.
Yeah.
I'm a person who performs for laughter and applause. Like that's literally something that I do. Yeah. That's why I don't need it from jiu-jitsu. I get it from other aspects of my life.
Right.
I get great show, Pat. I liked your joke about this, Pat. That's cool. I like that too. And I like to talk to other people about their stuff too.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu, if the colored belt is the next step, give me that next step. But I understand you have to earn it. I understand it takes time and patience, which I struggle with in all aspects of my life. So it's something that I need to be better at all around. and hopefully learn that at blue belt. But I do not see, barring any major, I also would assume some injury probably comes because something popped in my neck today and I got really cold. And then I felt like just a little tired and then I'm back. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
feel fine now. I feel great. I feel good. I feel real good. I earned the blue belt, braided belt equals putt level.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love that.
My boss tells me I appreciate he appreciates. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
My boss tells me he appreciates my hard work all the time, and it goes in one ear and out the other. If he gave me a belt, I'd work so much fucking harder for him.
Imagine that. How many fantasy football leagues or fantasy anything leagues that had money prizes that I just gave up on halfway through? Now, if there was one that said, like, we have a championship belt, no money whatsoever, and that's what's up for grabs, it's just, that's the weird, dumb thing that men are all about.
Yeah.
Is prize. I want to win that prize. Like, that's the point. That belt, I don't give a fuck. When I found out, I know I've brought this up multiple times, but when I found out that it wasn't the same belt for UFC that they get every time, I got a little upset. I don't like that. I want it to be the same belt. I want to take that fucking belt out of your house and I want to put it in my fucking house because I fucking won it. It's a trophy. And it may be a representative of a belt, maybe the belt color. I have a blue belt. This means I won this. I earned this. I didn't have to take it off anybody else, but I earned it.
Yeah.
If they say a million times, Pat, you're a blue belt, Pat, you're a blue belt, until I put it around my waist, I am not. Because that's the reality you created. So that was the aspect of it. So I'm sure that there's injury, I'm sure there's whatever, but I don't feel that like thing. Nogi just sounds like gnocchi, but it makes me hungry. That's the last thing. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about. It was, where do you want to eat lunch today?
I don't know, but I'm so hungry.
I'm
think
hungry.
that's why I'm yawning
before the show.
Like I don't know. I'm so hungry that I'm like tired.
You want some water?
I think I just need sustenance because I've literally only had coffee today. And I think I'm just like, oh yeah. I don't know. Do you want Puerto Rican food?
Yeah, of course, always. Something to throw in everyone else's face. That? Well, I wish you would have told me like 2 hours ago.
I just thought about it. You just asked me what I wanted to eat.
But we've both been hungry this whole time. See, this is the thing. This is an issue. Something to throw in everyone else's face to say, I do this better than. Yeah, I like you get the thing, you want the recognition, you feel the recognition, and you feel that like, oh, I am this now. But then when somebody goes like, oh yeah, you're a blue belt, look out, I go like, come on, shut up. You play modest and then you just crush them. You do whatever you can to squeeze all of the air out of their body. And that's what I try to do. Get gnocchi from Cork and Fork. It's great.
So it's great there, he said. So I went to Cork and Fork.
I read most of it.
Bachelorette party, and the check was all together. We were drinking lots of hors d'oeuvres, whatever. The bill was
hors d'oeuvres.
$600.
Some hors d'oeuvres.
I was like, I will never eat here again. I could not believe how expensive it was. Oh. $600. There were a bunch of us. I don't remember how many, but
John sent me this TCB ring.
Is that a pinky
sterling
ring?
Silver. Is it a pinky ring? Can we get it in pinky size? It's on Amazon too. Size 9.5. I think I'm an 11, guys. Never forget. Can this be my new wedding ring?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
See all bullying options.
And
it's $130. That's $130.
Yeah.
Am I worth it? It's a pretty badass ring. Hold on. Can you see it? Right there it is.
Yeah.
Show it to the Instagrams.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, I like that. I don't know.
Oh my God, what did you do?
What
were we just talking about?
Nothing. Oh, I was looking for wait. Oh, my wedding ring. Is that what you mean? It just doesn't fit because I lost weight.
I mean, any ring can be a pinky ring, right? Like you just have to get a small enough size.
There's a necklace.
Oh, that's nice.
That's only $8. That's probably
you're worth
turn my
it,
neck
Pat.
green.
He is worth it.
Do you think this will turn my neck green? It's a pretty badass necklace too. Hold on, there it is. Oh, can you hear it? There we go.
Kind of.
I like that one. I might get that too. A 9.5, maybe that would fit this one.
Yeah, I would say maybe a 9. If your ring finger is an 11.
No, this is not. This is whatever this was. Ouch.
Okay, so that's an 11. So that would be a 9.5 then, probably.
You think this?
And
one?
then this maybe a 7
Hmm.
for your pinky.
TCB.
Thank you, ring.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. No, the 600.
check. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm worth it. So
we all portioned out, so I think it ended up being $60. No, it was over $60 a person.
Wait for what?
Because I said the Cork and Fork. That was the last time we went.
Winner of the sumo match gets the belt. I mean, that won't fit for sure.
Yep.
Like, I think that's the point of sumo, right? Is to get so big that belts don't fit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you
or get an extender.
You know what? Maybe that's the martial art that I should have been in the whole time. It's grappling, which I enjoy. Obviously, I enjoy the grappling part of it. I have not bettered my eating practices pretty much at all, except for fasting. I still eat garbage, but just within fasting times. Then they're too big for belts. There's no belts in sumo. They just wear big diapers. That might be the new lane. I gotta find a local sumo gym that I can not work out in, and then I'll be a professional sumo by the time July rolls around. That's coming up.
Is that cheating?
No, that's training.
I know, but do you like
training? You're allowed to do that.
Okay.
It's called preparing your body for a fight.
Right, but I didn't know if I don't know.
Yeah.
Neither of you guys sumo, and you're gonna sumo wrestle.
Yeah, that's the point. We got to learn. I'm sure he's learning technique. He's already got a name.
What's his name?
His name was what was it? I can't remember now. Damn it. It was something. Oh, hold on. I was messaging him about it.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm very excited to hopefully defeat Lemaire in a 100% sumo match.
And that's July 3rd.
Yes, that's July 3rd. That's going to be at John's house. Everybody's invited. Come to John's house.
We'll post his address.
Yeah, we're going to post his address. I think I have it here. Actually, I can probably just say it now.
Just say it now.
Where the fuck is it?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Talking about cysts here. Nope, not there.
Gross.
What? You don't like it?
No, I don't like pimple popper show or like watch it. Ugh, I don't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not my cup of tea.
I don't know. Damn it. I can't find it. I'll find it eventually.
And then post it.
Yeah, it was something that he posted on Instagram. I know.
I feel like I saw it. Man, I really agreed to host this way too quickly. You did.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine. He's gonna enjoy it.
He probably didn't think that you guys would follow through, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, we're still talking about it. He's talking about having Gas Digital be a part of it, all this other shit. Hopefully. Damn it, can't find it. Oh shit, really?
What?
No. Yeah, he says no, right? Doing the show right now. This is for please. Oh. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Probably not going to happen with that last part. I don't know though. Hi mom. You're in time just to see us go. We're about to head out for the day, go get something to eat, and retract anything I just said about Lemaire. You, I'm with you, dumb. Pimple popper is gross. Well, it's not. I mean, it's okay.
You like it? You watch the pimple popper?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily gross. It's just another thing. I don't think that's gross.
Well, I mean, I get why people watch it. I get why it's like satisfying stuff, but I just can't.
I guess I don't
like watching it.
That's the one and only thing that I would probably watch on the internet and just not. I wouldn't. It's like the same way I feel about golf. Like I don't want to watch people doing it, but I want to do it. Like I don't want to pop somebody else's pimples necessarily.
Right.
If I was like, that's something that I'm into. I fucking like it.
Well, everybody does likes their own. I just don't want to watch other people's, and I don't want to pop other people's.
Yeah.
My mom used to pop my dad's pimples on his back, and I was just like, ugh, no, so gross.
I thought that was just more of like a kid thing. Like everything your parents do is gross.
I mean that too, but
it was always the grossest part of Tosh.0. Yeah, I agree. I watch Pimple Popper sometimes. Mom does.
Yeah,
She likes
I
it.
can see mom being into it.
Yeah. Well, she's into medical stuff.
Yeah,
so.
like she's but so am I. I follow
I follow.
I follow a bunch of like autopsy stuff and like car accidents and you know, feet being on the trampoline and popping.
Those compound fractures.
Yeah. But yeah, pimples, not or cysts. Ugh.
I feel like it's the same thing.
It is.
I do like the one where like the ones where it's just like looks like a little one and then you squeeze enough and it like it's like a nice string of shit comes out. Like I said, I like doing it, but or when it hits the mirror. Anytime it hits the mirror, it's like it's not coming. But like it's one of those things where it's like that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's the exact outcome I wanted. Like that's the only way it's similar to it. But I don't get the same way of people watching and being like, oh, it's so satisfying. Like, why?
Yeah.
No, it's not satisfying.
No.
It's just I don't know. Any of that other things. It doesn't evoke a lot of that stuff in me. Talking about food and watching food shows and stuff like that, it can sometimes have that effect, but not usually. It's just usually like I'm hungry. I don't want to watch a food show because I want to eat food.
Yeah.
I would rather just eat the food. I don't want to. What's up with the middleman? You know, it's like saying I am really horny. I have someone to have sex with, but I'm just gonna watch porn. Like, go just do it. Go do it.
But what if they don't want to?
But that's the point. Is like is you do. I can just go get something to eat.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm really hungry and I can't go get something to eat, I don't necessarily want to sit there and torture myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I can, I would rather just go do it. So there's no point in me sitting there going like ribs. I'm just gonna go get ribs. You know?
Ooh, ribs sound good too.
Where the fuck can we get ribs? Not anywhere around here. You guys don't know barbecue. You PA people. I know. There's probably some incredible place 2 minutes from your house. But guess what? There's other places that have barbecue too. And we're actually going to go get Puerto Rican food instead. So empanadas for life. Watching food shows has made me more adventurous in making meals for date night. Yeah. That's good too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you're watching those, I love watching food shows on a full stomach or after or if I'm eating even sometimes. But
I'll watch food shows no matter what.
Yeah. You and Stanley. But
DJs in the West Shore Farmers Market. Go there.
West Shore Farmers Market. It's really good. Is that a Puerto Rican place?
I think that's where we're going. We're going to.
We're not going to
Broad Street.
Is that West Shore or East Shore?
They barbecue. Have barbecue.
Parfait.
Parfait. What's in that?
It's probably
like mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and
mashed potatoes.
I'm doing like the layers. What the layers are.
It's a few minutes from my house. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I think are we on the West Shore or the East Shore?
We're on the East Shore, but we're going to the West Shore to go get Puerto Rican food at the farmers market. But
is
it's
there
Broad
a barbecue
Street.
Place in there?
I don't remember seeing a barbecue place. There's a Korean, there's Greek, there's
a taco
the
place.
Puerto Rican, there's Jamaican.
There's Need. Great
Need
pizza. I would love to
pizza.
go. I might bang
Oh,
today.
go there and find out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, see
fuck
you
us. I
later.
guess show's over.
Actually,
John says.
Actually, yes, you're pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
For what the parfait is.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a KFC
bowl.
Yeah, bowl.
Yeah, like the chicken bowl.
But it's DJs. What did you say? RJs?
DJs. Go DJ. It's a birthday. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, now we're making her hungry. Great.
Oh,
now
so
Heather's
sorry.
hungry.
We'll go get something.
Well, we're gonna go to the West Shore and
DJs. It was there 3 years ago when I lived there at least.
I don't think.
I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
But I will go to Need
check.
and also get some empanadas. So if you're gonna sneeze, please leave the room. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm the unhealthy one, but you just hurt yourself sneezing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go tend to my wife. I love you.
Love you.
Gross.